Good morning, Facebook. Christopher Hart here with Transforming Lives Coaching and Consulting. Wanted to come to you and do a quick live video. For those that follow my Facebook, follow my live videos, it's kind of my new thing is my morning walk. I sit here and I walk my dog. Let me introduce you to her. She doesn't like her picture taken, but we do our morning walk, and there's this one spot that we come to and kind of hang out. You can maybe see it, overlooks the lake. It's where I do my thinking time and just kind of set my mind for the day, especially Monday mornings for the week, etc. So wanted to bring something to you guys that came to me actually this weekend that I was doing a little bit more thinking about this morning, which is, what did you do at halftime? If you're a business leader, if you're an organizational leader, you're a leader of any sorts, what did you do at halftime? And that question comes because one of the things that's my passion is I love to study successful organizations. And probably the one that I've studied the most recently over the last, I'd say maybe year or two, is the New England Patriots. Now, for you guys that know me, I am not a New England Patriot fan. I may even be a hater for whatever that looks like. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm not sitting here jumping on the Patriots bandwagon. But at the end of the day, you got to call a spade a spade. And they're a pretty successful organization. I mean, 5 Super Bowl rings in X amount of years, whatever. And here's what I've learned about studying them: is Bill Belichick. Okay, Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Good morning, Krista. Good to see you. Hope everything's well with you. Hope to see you Thursday night. Bill Belichick. Many people say, well, did Belichick make Brady or did Brady make Belichick? It's kind of the chicken egg kind of question theory. And I believe Belichick made Brady. Here's why. What people say about Belichick is he's one of the greatest coaches of all times because he's very cerebral. He takes the game from off the field and into the mind, and where he wins it is in the mind. But where he really wins the game is in 2 places: planning and preparation and adjustment. So let's look at planning and preparation that he does week in and week out with his coaching staff and his team. He probably does it better than anybody. Look at the playoffs this past year. What did the Giants do in their week off? The Giants went and, some of their star players, they went ahead and partied, went to Miami, saw everything on social media. Yes, everything is well with Rebecca and I. She's a little sick right now, so, just say a prayer for her if you would, please. But everything's well otherwise. Thank you very much for asking. Hope everything's well with you. And so, week in and week out, planning, preparation, and adjustments. And Giants went out and they, some of their star players took the week off, went to Miami, partied up. And what did the Patriots do? They planned and they prepared at a really high level. Somebody told me what it looked like in the weeks of the playoffs leading up to the Super Bowl, and their planning and preparation. Belichick took everything away from them, and it was 100% focus. And many of you guys do the same thing when it comes time for a new year to come around. I see you guys on Facebook. You guys are doing planning retreats. You're taking pictures and putting it all over Facebook and having these beautiful binders made up, and you take a picture of the conference room you're meeting in, and you're like, oh, I'm so excited for our 2017 or upcoming year business planning retreat. And then you have pictures of your team and all the stuff you're doing and your vision boards that you're making. Great planning and preparation, okay? I'm not making fun. I'm just pointing out this is what people do, right? But here's my question. What did you do at halftime? See, what makes Bill Belichick great is not just his planning and preparation, but his adjustments. They say he's masterful. He's one of the best, if not the best, at making adjustments at halftime. There are many games that the Patriots have won where going into halftime they were actually losing. They were losing significantly. Look at the Super Bowl this past year. They were down by 25 points going into the 4th quarter. But here's the thing. Bill Belichick at halftime makes massive adjustment. He's analyzing what the first half looked like, and he's re-strategizing what his game plan is for the second half. There are coaches that have been quoted as saying the hardest thing about playing the Patriots is the second half, because they have the first half, they have all week to plan for the first half. What's Belichick going to do? We can read into a lot of his play formations, et cetera, but they don't have the time to plan and prepare for the adjustments that Belichick's going to make at halftime. So what they actually say is that where Belichick is the greatest of all time is what he does at halftime. So why is that applicable to us? Well, guess what? Halftime pretty much just was over, right? We are second week of July now. So I think we're July 10th today. So first 6 months was to the end of June. We're 10 days into the second half. My question is, what did you do at halftime? You see, it's interesting. I see at the end of the year, a lot of teams, real estate teams, business organizations, they do this business planning clinic. They do a retreat. They do all these things necessary to prepare for the upcoming year, AKA prepare for this week's game. And yet, what do I see at halftime? Y'all are boating, toes up in the sand. You're taking vacations, which is fine. I think you've earned that. But here's the thing. If your business is not on pace to win the game at the end of the year, meaning you're not on pace for your goals for 2017, if you chose rest and relaxation over planning, preparation, and adjustments, you're going to get beat by the team that did. You're going to get beat by the little engine that didn't take a vacation and said, hey, this is the time where we're actually win the game. Okay, have a great day, Krista. Thank you for joining me this morning. So what does that look like? Is it too late? No, it's not too late. Okay, it doesn't take a whole lot. You don't need weeks and months to plan a mid-year review. Like, my question for you guys is, how many of you did a mid-year business planning clinic where you reviewed your goals and you made your necessary adjustments? And in making your adjustments, you re-strategized, you renewed your mindset, you reviewed your strategy and your goals. How many did that? How many are doing a mid-year business planning clinic? How many are doing a mid-year retreat? And I don't mean, hey, let's all go to, the country club and, sip cocktails and, pretend like we're talking business so we can use it as a business write-off. I'm talking about a legitimate mid-year adjustment where, just like Belichick, they go into halftime. I've heard and read that there are many teams in football, college, NFL, that use halftime to rest and relax and kind of rejuvenate their bodies. And yet, the greatest team of all time, the one with 5 Super Bowl rings, what do? They're re-strategizing. They're adjusting. They're replanning. So my question for you is, what are you doing at halftime? It's not too late, right? You're only 10 days into the third quarter. There's still time to press the pause button and say, whoa, we're not on pace. We have to stop. Let's do a quick business planning clinic. Schedule it for Friday. Clear the calendar for Friday. Have someone come in. You teach it, whatever the case may be. Give me a call. I'll fly into your market. I don't care. I'm here to help. Good morning, Amanda. Thank you for joining me this morning. We're talking about mid-year adjustments and planning. So do a quick business planning clinic, right? Review your goals, renew your mindset, renew your strategy to make sure you get back on pace. What is it you need to do to play catch up so you can be like the greatest team of all time? And if you're down by 24 points, 25 points going into the second half, you can make one of the greatest comebacks of all time, win the game, and make everybody hashtag GOAT, you as the team. Okay, you don't need to be number one in volume and all this. What you need to be doing is hitting your goals. Okay, stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on the members of your team and your organization's goals. Make sure that they're on pace. If they're not on pace, press the stop button on what you guys are doing. Sometimes you guys get yourself so focused on all the things that you need to be doing that you can't even slow down enough to readjust your goals and your business plan. So slow down, press the pause button, do a business planning clinic, get realigned with your goals, renew your mindset, review your goals, review and renew your strategy, and do a business planning clinic with a retreat. Here's my point. If you want to become the greatest of all time, do what the greatest of all time. Good morning, Carol. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. If you want to be like the greatest of all time, or if you want to be the greatest of all time, you got to do what the greatest of all time do. And one of the greatest of all time organizations, the Patriots, that's where they win the game. That's where they outsmart their competition, is at halftime. Because all the teams can plan and strategize for 7 days leading up to Sunday, but they have very little time to make the necessary adjustments that Bill Belichick, his staff, and the team make at halftime. So if you want to win, you want to hit your goals this year, you want to take territory, you want market share, now's the time. Not waiting till November and doing all that stuff where business planning clinic retreats and you're posting all over Facebook. Do it now, readjust, renew, and review. Let me know how I can help. Thanks for joining me today. If you want to find out more about what we do, feel free to check out my website, transforminglivescoaching.com. And if you want to participate in my exclusive VIP community, every Saturday morning we send out an email. I do a personal video talking about topics, anything from organizational development, leadership development, and peak performance. Go to transforminglivescoaching.com// exclusive VIP content. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing week. Start strong and take the second half by force by renewing your strategies, reviewing your goals, business planning clinic, and do your retreats that you're doing at the end of the year so you too can be the greatest of all time. Thanks for joining me. Good luck. God bless. God loves you. So do I. Have a great day.